Well, howdy, howdy, hey, y'all. I don't know when that became my mantra. Howdy, howdy, hey, y'all. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Specifically, it's been like 9 days or something since the last Vic vlog upload. So here's another one. I'm doing this one shirtless because it's hot. Nothing you guys ain't seen before. It's been a few years that I give you a treat of a shirtless Vic vlog. Back by popular demand. So, we're in the new house. What have I been doing all week? I've been making this a fully functioning, livable space. You know, we've been through the whole moving process. We're getting comfortable. We're probably gonna record tomorrow or even tonight a let's play talking about the whole moving process and everything that's been going on and our thoughts and feelings on all of that, so look forward to that. But before that, I wanted to give a little update since I'm home alone and I think I've finally reached a point where I can't do any more work right now. I'm waiting on some things to put up some shelves, but I've been hauling ass all week. I've been doing shit. I'm gonna walk you around. I'm gonna give you a little house tour and show you what I've been up to. But this is the new studio room. This is an upstairs renovated attic. It's quite hot up here. It gets very, very hot. We have this Mitsubishi, very Japanese style AC unit. So it's right now I have it blasting, trying to cool this place down, but it takes a little while. But this is going to be the new Vic and Hope studio. It's going to be a bitch to do lighting and stuff. This was originally not going to be the room I was going to use. This was going to be our master bedroom, but it just very quickly became clear that this was an inferior room to be a living space. And it was much more suited to just being full of my shit because with these sloped walls up here, because it's renovated attic, all of my gear fits in there quite nicely, whereas you can't put a dresser there, you can't put furniture there. It's kind of a useless space for anything besides just stacking objects, because this is a fucking attic. And whenever this AC unit is off, it gets ridiculously hot. Big surprise. Renovated attic, what can you say? Look at this, we got a little hobbit door. For reference, there's my knee. The door handle is at knee level because they very clearly just cut this door in half to fit it into this space because the ceiling is low. That's unimportant. Anyways, good to see you again. Let me walk you around and show you all the shit I've been up to this week. It's been quite fucking exhausting. Today, I just fucking crashed, even though I had to go back and finished cleaning out the previous house, and I had to recock the bathtub and clean the bathroom, and I worked until the power got shut off, because we had that requested for today. Anyways, so here's our washer and dryer up in this office. So I had to put a washer pan under it, which is a bitch, which means I had to slide this washer out of here, somehow get it into this fucking pan, and then I had to hook it up with the washer hookups on the wall. Had to hook up the dryer. We got a bathroom up here it's quite convenient, but it is shit. Part of why this ended up being the office room and not the bedroom. Anywho, let's go around the house. You see I got some extra storage space back there. Do-do-do-do-do. 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 So, here's our main living space. Got the TV mounted on the wall. Check that out. This thing just showed up last night. Cheap, Amazon TV stand. Basic bitch IKEA shit. But I built that last night. Got our table and couch from the old house. Doo-dee-doo. House tour! So, yesterday I built this record player stand. This is built from scrap wood from another one of the projects I'm going to show you in a second. I've been building shit. Because I have a shed now, which I'll show you later. But I'm a handy boy, and I'll just show you the next thing. There's a record on there because I was just listening to it and I need to put it away before it gets dusty. So this is a guest room of sorts that is currently just full of shit. Say hi to Lala. It's just full of the boxes of all the stuff that we can't put up yet because we don't have enough shelving space. We have the one shelf in the other room that is full of books. Like, we got all my Gundams, we got manga. There's several boxes of stuff that I had in the last house that we never had space to put up, so I'd like to make space for it now because I have more space. But yeah, this is the useless room. No fucking idea what I'm gonna do in here. Might make it like a workout room / guest room. And here's our bedroom. Most importantly, so 2 days this week I spent building this fucking bed frame, this queen size bed frame. I built this by hand from raw materials. When we got the U-Haul truck to move into the house, put it back on me. Yeah, so on the weekend, on Saturday or whatever, we moved. Had to rent a U-Haul truck to fit all our shit in it. But we moved quite quickly. So with the remaining time, I picked up a fuckload of wood so I could build this bed frame. No way I could have gotten the wood without a U-Haul truck. It's quite enormous. But yeah, so I probably spent 20 hours this week over the course of 2 days building this fucking bed frame. Like, the idea behind it, in the last house we just had like a shitty frame with a box spring. And like, we had broken the box spring a long time ago, from goofing around. And like, I picked Hope up and I body slammed her onto the bed in a comical fashion, and it cracked the fucking box spring. So we've needed a new box spring for a long time. And then when we were moving, like, initially we were gonna take that attic room, so we were looking into getting like a Japanese tatami bed with a platform. That was gonna end up costing like over $1,000, because those are pretty hard to find and they're expensive as shit. So we're like, okay, well, we can't do that. And then we were looking into low profile bed frames, and then like everything nice that Hope was finding was like $600 or some shit. You know, they were all fucking overpriced. But it's like, we want to get something nice so that we don't have to buy this again, so that we don't break it, and so that it lasts the rest of our life. Because we don't like to buy things multiple times. We like to buy something nice, and then we have it. And then it's good. Then it lasts, presumably, possibly the rest of your life if you can tolerate it aesthetically for that long. So I was like, okay, how about, instead of paying $600 for this fucking bed frame, I build us a bed frame. Because I'm a handy boy, and so I priced it out, and the total cost of wood to make the bed frame was gonna be like $150. So I was like, dude, like, in total, after buying all the tools I need, it'll be $300 to build the whole thing, and then I'll have $150 worth of tools that I'll have forever to build other things. And then it only costs $150 in wood, so it's really a $150 bed frame. Long story short, it ended up being a lot more expensive than that, and I needed to buy a lot more tools than I thought, but still cheaper than it would have been to buy the other bed frames. And now I have a fuckload of tools, which I'll show you in a second, and lots of scrap wood to build more stuff, because this home shit is expensive as fuck. Like, you'd think shelves would be so fucking cheap, but they are not. You'd think blinds would be so fucking cheap. All this stuff is ridiculous. Like, none of the windows in this house have blinds or curtains right now, so that's kind of the next big thing that we have to deal with. But like, I'm out of money now to do this stuff. Like, I've spent too much getting the bed frame together, which is why that record player in there, or the record player stand, I made out of the scrap wood from building the bed frame, which I have tons of scrap wood now that'll go into other projects. So, because I started with such a big project, I now have resources to build a whole number of things where I'm really going to be saving money, because now I don't have to buy the rest of this fucking furniture. But it's just like, I'll probably talk about this more in the podcast, but like, when you move into a new place, no matter where you are, what level you're at, you're gonna move in and you're gonna make a bunch of concessions that are temporary. You're gonna assemble things in a way where you go, this is a temporary fix of this problem. We're gonna put things like this for now, and eventually we'll fix it. Eventually I'm gonna get that TV stand or whatever, and then you never do. And that stuff stays that way the whole time you've lived there. And trust me, I have moved many, many times in my life. Probably like 13 fucking times, different houses, maybe even more than that. It's been, I don't keep track of the number, but it's been many, many houses. Every time there are those fucking things that just never get fixed, that never get better, and you just end up learning to live with it, and you forget that you're ever supposed to fix it in the fucking first place. So that's what I'm really trying to avoid moving into this new place, because we're still, like, really the quarantine's over in Virginia. There's now a mandatory order that you have to go outside wearing masks, but the lockdown has ended. So soon I need to get back to real work, beyond just the YouTube work that I've been doing. So shit is about to get very fucking complicated in my life. So I would like to get as much of this house shit done as quickly as possible. So I have been grinding away all week, knocking out project after project, just trying to get all this shit done before it gets too complicated to worry about it. Only problem being that I have spent too much money, stressed myself out beyond belief, and destroyed my body physically. All week I was waking up at fucking 9 in the morning, or no, not 9, 6 in the morning, waking up 6 in the morning to do the shit, to like waking up with Hope, and then she goes to work, and I just spend all day working on the house. It's been the entire week, and now it's fucking Friday, so there you go. New problem I was just introduced to is fucking, trying to make sure we don't show our address, but like, this big piece of mail came in the mailbox, and it's one of those that opens from the top. And so like the mailman put this big thing in, left the top open, and then the mailbox got filled with rain and rained all over our shit. So I'm like, well, that's gonna keep happening. Now what do I need to, I need to build like a rain cover over the mailbox? It's all this little shit that you don't think about when you first see the house for 15 minutes before you fucking buy it. It's a fucking fantastic house. It's really great. It's just there's lots of little things that need to be done to make it like so that our fucking mail isn't getting rained on. It's lots of shit like that I've been taking care of. We're doing like a home security camera because we're not too sure about the neighborhood yet. So I installed this yesterday, and as I was installing it, I dropped it and broke the camera, and now it's all blurry. So I gotta send that back. All the little shit. Anyways, let's go outside. Here's our little kitchen. Okay, so 2 days ago I had to build this kitchen counter because as you can see our kitchen is very small. So I bought this fucking cheap like IKEA style kitchen counter off Amazon, and I assembled. That took a couple hours to assemble. That was a bitch. Not that bad, you know, but tedious enough. So we had to make an extra counter because there's not enough counter space. You know how it goes. Set exposure for outdoors. So this house has, I don't know the neighbors yet, so I'm gonna keep my voice down so I don't sound like a psychopath out here. But we have this ginormous backyard with a deck. Look at that. It's beautiful. No deck furniture yet. I'm going to build the deck furniture. Good thing I have so much scrap wood so that I can build fucking deck furniture. Gee whiz. Anyways, here is the detached shed garage thing, which I shall go inside of now with the keys. I'm gonna cut this. So here is the inside of my new garage shed, complete with graffiti that was there when we moved in. So this house is a renovation, as we said in our podcast, and you can see on Google Maps like that it was being renovated, and so like this shed I guess was fucking vandalized at some point, which is fucking great. It makes me feel really secure here that there's graffiti in my shed, but that came with the house. So here's the couch that we used to record on, which now that I'm up in that upstairs office room, the couch can't fit up the stairs. So now it's in the garage. Just very depressing. So I'm gonna have to get us a new couch to sit on upstairs so I can just like build it up there, I guess. It's gonna have to be like a cheap, shitty IKEA couch, you know? It's depressing because this is a fucking fantastic couch. But yeah, so here's all the tools I had to get to complete the bed frame job. Lots of scrap wood left around. It's quite a mess because I just built that record shelf that I haven't cleaned up yet. Had to buy a shop vac, clean up all the fucking sawdust. Had to get various types of wood stain and wood stain primer. I had to get this table saw, cheap, off-brand, you know, table saw. Gets the fucking job done. You know, it's a little scary when you're using cheap hardware tools. But it's a lot like film equipment. I need to do a video about how hardware tools are just like fucking film equipment in terms of like the price ranges and shit. That's the table saw. Got some old tools from Hope's grandpa, who has passed away. And the family let me inherit some of his tools. So I got the sander, a circular saw, and a power drill, corded drill from Hope's grandpa. This is Hope's dad's drill that I borrowed. Had to get gloves, had to get these fucking screws, all this shit. Fucking corner bracket holders. Fucking sawhorses. I just had to get an exorbitant amount of shit, but now I have all that shit. Now I can do as many woodworking projects as I want with whatever frequency I want because I have all the tools. And now I have tons and tons of leftover wood. So now I can build all kinds of shit. There's no limits. This is a nice garage, you know? Got these fucking pistol grip clamps I had to buy. But yeah, maybe you guys remember, maybe you don't, but I did, like I worked in the theater scene shop for a couple of years in high school and a couple of years in college. So I have a lot of like sort of beginning woodwork experience, mostly in set building, which who knows, maybe I can do that here now. I thought about making this like converting this into a studio, like a filming studio, mostly for the sake of trying to do content with Digi and Nate. I don't know if that's gonna happen at this point because there's a lot of work to be done to this to be able to make it into a viable studio. And now that I'm doing woodwork in here, I don't know that I would want to do that because I'm enjoying the woodwork a lot. And like, you know, you can't make a film studio and fill it with sawdust and shit. Maybe I could just store the tools in here and then do all the working outside. And then it could still be converted into a studio, but like, I can't even imagine the cost of basically renovating this shed and putting in insulation and putting in a good enough security system so that it doesn't get fucking robbed if we have like equipment in here. But maybe a good long-term goal, maybe like a 1 to 2 year plan of turning this into a viable studio. It would be nice if I could make a profit off of like renting out this space. That's kind of a cool end game for me. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the house. You know, I can't show you the outside, obviously, because I don't want to fucking dox myself if I haven't done that already through this video. But, it's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty based. But yeah, so this week I've just been fucking slamming away, doing all this work, putting the house in order, so I can get to a point where I can get back to doing what we do, doing more YouTube, and getting back to being a film boy. As you saw upstairs, I haven't even hooked up my computer or anything. Like, it's pretty much all fucking wrecked. Like, I've not put any work, I've just put that stuff up there in the office and I haven't touched anything. This is my first time breaking out a camera. I thought about filming this whole process of making a bed and shit, but it was just like, there's too much going on with me doing this for the first time for me to focus on filming it too. Like, it was so much work, and then everything would get covered in sawdust if I brought gear in here. It would be a whole fucking nightmare, because sanding is a bitch. But, yeah, so I guess next week, after this weekend, I'll be really fucking kicking back into gear, trying to get this stuff out. I still have the exclusive deal patron pictures to get through, because that offer ended a little while ago, so I've got all of them. Sorry guys that I'm taking so long on this, but it's a one-time personalized picture. Like, I only feel bad because you already paid for it, but you're gonna get your picture. Like, it's gonna happen eventually. I'm gonna start getting cracking on that next week and make sure it gets out to everyone. I was kind of trying to wait out this lockdown anyways, because I didn't want there to be trouble trying to ship some of these overseas, because a lot of you are in Europe. So I'm gonna have to look into how to do that, but I'm gonna start getting those patron pictures done. I'm going to put up the second part of the bonus episode. I was hoping to get that out by the end of May because it's the May bonus episode, but fucking, you know, like, I literally have just been working my fucking ass off all week. I've had no time to do anything. I haven't even hooked up my fucking computer. So those things are coming. New Vic and Hope probably filming tomorrow. Classic Let's Play where we talk about all this shit. Talk about the whole week. Fun beans. What else? I guess that's it. I have these little fucking brushes for wood. It's just so much shit. So much crap. Anywho, bye.